Yo, what's up? What it do, YouTube? I already got Matt Burke, nonsense cowboy up in here. What you gotta say, Matt Burke? Stats up and lose. That's why Dak loves stats. Exactly. Nonsense cowboy, what's up, bro? Someone said stats up and lose. You know what? I think I remember you said that. Put that shit out there like that. But we all know this guy. That's all they uplift this guy with is his stats. 805 Vaughn, what's up? But they don't even really look at how inflated the stats are, how uh, in real time when it matters most, those stats he pile up, and they pile up. He get up against garbage ass teams. Ain't gonna be able to do that shit no more versus the NFC East. That's where most of all his wins come from. His padded stats. Ain't gonna be able to get that in the NFC East no more. Making him look like he a MVP. My thing, man, I'm just sick of seeing this shit, bro. This man 10-14-1 and 2 seasons after getting paid. And all I keep seeing, they posted him on Facebook, Twitter. Even talking about it on YouTube. All I see is this, bro. It's all I see is stats. Nothing about playoff wins, NFC championships. He's great because he got some of these stats. They want to compare him to Tom Brady. Drew Brees. Man, this shit is ridiculous, man. Okay, man, what's up? What it do, JB? What it do? Dak's a stat monster. Super not clutch. Garbage time, Dak. Exactly. 805 on this football this weekend looks way different than the Cowboys. Hey, you know what? 805 on. I was just saying that, bro, before I got online. I was thinking about these quarterbacks and these teams and the way they playing. I'm like, this look like some real football. I don't even think our quarterback and our team, we would, man. We wouldn't even, man. We look like garbage. You got a lot of young quarterbacks in the playoffs right now. Man, we suck. Bro. Zaire Brown. Bro, you be BMS. What the fuck that mean? What the fuck do BMS mean, bro? Go ahead, explain now. Break that acronym down. So you saying Dak don't love padding his stats? And all these delusional Cowboy fans, Dak fanboy slurpees, all they do is put up his stats. What about his wins when it matters? What about the playoff wins? Yeah, they looking at CJ Stroud or what Brock Purdy with 5-2 in the playoff. Dak 2-5. When it comes to those stats, then he had no defense and he had no receivers and he had no run game. When it comes to those stats, then it's everybody else's fault. But when it comes to them regular season stats, it's like he tried to get the passing record this season. But the Giants wasn't having that shit and he bailed out in the second half. But he was clearly trying to break the passing record. That's the mentality of the quarterback we got. Okay, man. Playoffs. We're talking about playoffs. I just want a competent QB. Exactly. That delusional fans. What's up, bro? Bears defense ranked 23 in points allowed, 28th in total yards. Right, bro? So that's what I'm saying. And they in the second round, bro. All they gonna do is blame our defense, though. That mean with the Bears, I mean, with the Bears, that losing them, I mean, their quarterback was getting it done no matter what. The Sports 78. What's up, man? CJ Stroud brought his inner Dak to the playoffs. Yeah, he did. He sure hell did. In the last playoff game they just had, he had like 3 turnovers in that game. I'm like, damn, what is he doing? 805 he got Dak as his profile pick. He still ain't broke that down with that acronym. What is that BMSB? I don't know what the fuck he talking about. Okay, man, why does the highest paid player in history of the NFL need a number one offense, a number one defense, a number one special teams, a number one coaches? With all the money going to him, bro, we ain't gonna be able to get. We're not gonna build. That's why the defense, somewhat like it was this year. We had all the money was on the offense. All the money was on the offense, bro. Because of high expectations they have for Dak Prescott supposed to do what he's supposed to do.
Just actually active and unvaccinated. You could still be.
The sport. Look at the QBs left in the playoffs. You don't need to be paying your QB $60 million a year. Front office is afraid to start over with another quarterback. Yep. And yeah, because it's a lot of none of those quarterbacks. Only one, Josh Allen, just got put out, but Dak still made more than him. I think he might have been the highest one of those quarterbacks that was there. Josh Allen. But you got young Drake May, young Bo Nix, young CJ Stroud. And hell, even Sam Darnold ain't even getting paid. He a veteran. He ain't getting paid as much. Sam Darnold getting about 30, 35, 40. I don't even know if he getting 40. But he did to the Niners what Dak Prescott couldn't do. Yeah, he says that defense, well, our defense showed up against the 49ers with Dak at quarterback, just like the Seattle defense showed up for Sam Darnold. But Sam Darnold didn't fuck it up. That's the difference. Cowboy Brown, what's up? Look at all this, yeah. Look at all these young QBs on their rookie contracts down in the playoffs. Smart teams know when to cut bait with their old washed up QBs and go with young cheap QBs on rookie contracts. Samuel Thomas. What Houston showed, what's up, Samuel? What Houston showed that even having a good defense can't overcome bad quarterback play. Yeah, because CJ Stroud was playing like doo-doo. Bro, I was kind of surprised a little bit that he played like that. Like I thought especially after the first game, but he came into the second game of the playoffs and played just as bad. Yeah, damn. Okay, man, want to know how to know Dak is all about his personal stats. He threw the defense under the bus and said the playoff. He played perfect this year, basically, and he played in the final 3 meaningless games. Yeah, that was crazy. He threw the defense under the bus like that. But people saying by what he, what I'm saying, his integrity, but how you gonna throw the goddamn defense under the bus like that, bro? He wasn't throwing them under the bus in 21, 22, 23, how they goddamn didn't do shit. I don't get it, man. And my thing, like I was saying, bro, it's like, man, this shit getting on my nerves, man. Why the fuck they can't see the realness of this dude, bro? And just be happy with stats. They compare him to Tom Brady, but Tom Brady got 7 Super Bowls. Had 3 of them while Dak was still goddamn shit in the bed. So you gonna compare their numbers? So they make you feel better about this bum? You compare him to Drew Brees. How the fuck are you compare him to champions? Well, compare the championships then. So because they had similar stats in the regular season, that equate to them being him being on their level. I mean, the mindset, the thinking. I mean, how do you think like that? How do you and then put that shit out there and make people try to believe some shit like that. We see, look, in passing yards, in completions, QBR. What the fuck does all that mean? Okay, why they don't process to winning and winning in big games and winning in playoffs and going deep in the playoffs? Oh, Cowboys Browns. Sam Darnold's on a 3-year, $100 million contract with the Seattle Seahawks, signed in March 2025 with $55 million guaranteed, averaging $33.3 million a season. So this man making $33 million a year. He basically repeated what he did last year, even though they got knocked out the playoffs, but they in the championship game now. Hmm. He went what 14-2 last season or some shit like that. Repeated the same damn near season. Yeah, if anything, he should be getting paid $60 million, not fucking Dak Prescott. The sport coaching matters, bro. And Jerry keeps hiring coaches at the dollar store. Nobody would have given Shotty an interview, but Dak won a Shotty. He won a Shotty. It's like Jerry be giving this guy what he want, but he still ain't producing shit. This dude wanted Brian Schottenheimer. A real fan, what's up? Yeah, they're afraid they will get someone worse than Dak. Can't get worse than Dak, bro. Especially paying him the amount of money we paying him. You can't get no worse than that. Come on, man. Okay, man, Dak is the real general manager. What Dak wants, Dak gets, and he hasn't done anything to earn that right. In 5 years, Dak will be the Cowboys general manager. General manager, Lord help us. Man, I hope not. Oh, bro. I hope he is not our general manager, bro. But you know what? What's crazy? He might find his way somewhere in the Dallas Cowboy organization doing something, bro. Which that's gonna be crazy. At Plumker, teams win. Okay. Donald played like this last year, but Minnesota didn't want him because they had a young QB that they spent the number one draft pick on, and they felt like they need to go with that. But Sam Donald still repeated the same thing. Had the same amount of weapons with Minnesota. Might have had better weapons in Minnesota. Well, you got Jackson Smith and Jigma. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, Minnesota. But so basically, he probably had about the same amount of weapons, and he did the same thing. He got both of them teams in the playoff. He going deeper with Seattle though. Sports 78, Dak wanted shot it because Dak's too dumb to learn a new offense. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But they praise him for them goddamn stats, knowing that he cannot play the quarterback position. The real fan, no coach can turn Dak into a championship QB. Not even Kellen Moore can do that, bro. Plunker, it's okay for the D to give up 511 points. That's not what we're saying, bro. It's if you're missing the point, if you're missing the point, I'm trying to poke you with. Dak delusional. When you ask Dak fans what's Dak's stats in the championship game, it then becomes a T sport, right? Exactly. That's why they said a T. That's why I said, what's his playoff stats? What's his what I'm saying? What's his wins in the playoff? What's his stats? That's what it's about the T. Well, the defense did this, and then he had this, and then you do that. Defense can start the run. It always something else. But when you talk about his stats in the regular season, they all on him. Because it don't matter if you win and lose if you put up some bogus ass stats. If you just gonna look at the numbers, okay, you just gonna look at the numbers, you could probably compare him to some other quarterbacks that played in the league. Just on numbers. But when you looking at the game and see how he affects the game at the quarterback position on the high level? No, no. That's why he 2-5 in the playoffs going to his 11th season. Are you kidding me? Parker, come on, man. Seattle D is way better. Of course, it's better than ours. Of course, it is. Okay, man. A good thing about this year, at least Dak's hamstring stayed attached to his bro. Samuel Thomas. Oh, my bad. I said Samuel. Samuel. My bad, Samuel. If Cooper Rush, who went Josh Allen, can have a winning record as a backup, then it shows that Dak is replaceable. Dallas needs to just stop being dumb and get another quarterback that's better. Or at least attempt to. Bringing Trey Lance here when he was trying to learn a lot of shit. He still hadn't played a lot of football. Had an opportunity to put him out there for 8 games, didn't do it. Didn't do it. Then you're going to go get Joe Milton, which he needed help. I mean, he needed time. Both of those quarterbacks weren't no threat to Dak Prescott. We need to get a bona fide threat, a top prospect. The Sports 78, the Seattle D is solid because they actually draft well and are playing a QB $60 million. This Matrix. What's up, JP? What's up, Miss Matrix? Glad you stopped by. What's going on with you? Okay, man. I honestly think Russell Wilson would have had a similar, if not better, season than Dak if he was on the Cowboys. Probably would. Yep. And he's older than Dak. Playmaker. So Dak has to make tackles too. That's not what we're saying. We're saying he just need to play the quarterback position better. We know our defense sucked, but what about when the defense was good? How did he play when he had the good defense playmaker? You mean tell me he had no good defense in the regular season and in the playoffs when we had that window, those 3 years going 12-5? That window was wide open for Dak Prescott to just go right through that bitch. Like a thief in the night. That window was wide open. All he had to do was just creep right in there, bam, and do his thing. But he didn't. And y'all still blame the defense then. That's my thing. Y'all blame the defense. The defense been a scapegoat for Dak Prescott since 2016, bro. Every year. I don't give a fuck. Every fucking year is the defense fault. Every goddamn year, it's the defense fault. All y'all talk about right now is the defense. Why y'all can't never talk about what Dak Prescott did? So, okay, since y'all won't, I will. I'll be that guy. Matt Burt. Aiden Durd is the DC for Seattle. He was a D-line coach for the Cowboys through 2021, 2023. Jerry passed up Durd for Zimmer. Wow. Jerry Jones let a lot of good coaches go from us from the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball, all because he's hearing the noise from these Dak fanboy slurpees. Okay, man, Dak with a good defense versus Dak with a bad defense has the same results. What's the argument here, really? Oh, shit, Doomsday Disciple with the $10 shout out, with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, man. Yes, Appreciate that super. Have you noticed the Cowboys content creators changed the name of the DC they think Dallas should hire daily? Tired of these clowns lying for money makes makes the entire fan base look stupid. Yeah, man. Every day it's a new name. Now to here it's the defensive passing coach for Minnesota. Deontay something. I forgot his name. So they gonna get him from Minnesota, but not try to make Brian Flores the head coach and run the whole shit. Bring his own staff, and he could bring him with him. Shit, go get the man, not the student. We're going to get students of the game instead of the man of the game. We're going, bro. Appreciate that super chat, bro. Yes, Doomsday Disciple. Appreciate that, bro. Playmaker. The D was good when they gave her 300 yards rushing. See, there you go. So, y'all, it's always been the defense as the scapegoat. Yep. Excuse me. That delusional. These Dak fans active. Dak didn't have top defenses every year except 2025. Facts, bro. That's what they act like. Mills, what's up, Mills? We missed twice between 2016, 2019, and 2021, 2023. Now I think the door is shut. Yeah, it's closed shut. It's been nailed tight, bro. It's been nailed tight. In my opinion, I totally agree with you. Okay, man. Was that good when he led the league in pick six? Was that good when he loses every time he plays a team above 500? Was that good when he doesn't lead the whole game? Nope. But that's where Dak be balling. Like, what are y'all looking at? That's where he be balling. Because he do this and that in certain games, but see, they like to celebrate when he had games against Washington and the Raiders. But we've been going between like the Broncos, Chicago, shit, the Vikings. Hell, even the Eagles in the first game of the season. The sport Dax had top 10 scoring defense for 7 out of 10 seasons. Exactly, bro. But they still, when he played poorly, they blame the defense. They blame the offensive line. They blame him not having weapons. And when he's had all that, he has the defense, he has the weapons, he's had the offensive line. Shit, to me, I think a part of sometimes with the defense play better, not particularly this season. They were just atrocious. But I'm just saying, even the offensive line sometimes, how we had to keep drafting number one offensive lineman, it's because of Dak poor play at the quarterback position. A lot of sacks he get, it be on him. He don't know how to manipulate the pocket. Just step up or slide to the side or get the ball out faster or something. So a lot of that shit to me be on his ass, man. Because if you play like that, having 3 and outs and punting the ball, getting field goals when we should have touchdowns, that's putting the defense back on the field. That's wearing out the defense. Cowboy Brown, whoever the Cowboys hire their defense coordinator better be ready to be one of the lowest paid in the NFL. Yep. You get what you pay for. And shit, Jerry Jones basically got robbed with the way he paid Dak Prescott. He got robbed. Doomsday Disciple. Appreciate that, bro. Mills, that's what they do when you tell the truth in their comment section. Yeah, they got down, boot you out. They don't want to hear that shit. Okay, man. Remember when Dak needed to beat the Eagles to get into the playoffs and the Eagles had their backups playing? Spoiler alert, he lost to the Eagles backups. Right. It's like he lost to the Washington. what was the team they had the most backups on? Was that the Giants? Yeah, that was just the Giants. They was playing with mostly all their backups too. Yeah. And the 2021 Dallas San Francisco game could have still been won had Dak and the offense scored more than 17 points, but he failed. Yeah, tell them. Tell them. They don't look at that shit though. They don't look at that. Doomsday Disciple. They can hire whoever the fuck they want. Won't matter with the MVP. The center. Yeah, the so-called motherfucking MVP. Sports 70%. Top 10 score defense, 1.4 GPA. The coldest. What up, JB? What up, the coldest? What would you... Hold up. My bad. Let me get back to here. Okay, man. I wonder what the Slurpees need to see to jump off, to jump off if they want. Seriously, they think Dak is God's gift of football. Exactly. But they still there supporting him. That's why they put up all these stats. They glorifying and worshiping his stats. Like he is God's gift of football. That shit is fucking sickening. Like we got this guy here. Playmaker. That game didn't Pollard get hurt? Didn't Zeke only had 21 yards? Didn't Gallup? Was he playing on one leg? Oh, injuries. Injuries as an excuse. That delusional. D-Law told the truth. We was tired. Dak 3-and-outs and interceptions in Packers game. Apparently so. Because that's what Dak does. They probably was tired, and that's what happens. He told the motherfucking truth, huh? That's probably why he gone too. But damn, and he in the NFC Championship game now in Seattle. Cole is the weak link getting paid the most in the NFL, only in Dallas. Man, that's a close game with the Rams and the Bears. It's 10-10. Mills gave up the first round pick for Amari Cooper, drafted CD Lamb, Gallup, got Pollard when Zeke was there, had tight ends. Damn, what more do you need, homie? Come on, son. Damn that. Hey, they don't look at it like that, Mills. They look at it like, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't enough. Like he still needed more. That's their problem. That's how I see it, man. And it's man. That's why I call this dude a cancer on this team. He's a cancer. Doomsday. I also don't buy that this offense is elite. When that one had the points are scored by the kicker. Yeah, yeah. They didn't wore Brandon Aubrey out though, man. They didn't wore him out. Okay, man. MVP stand for most valuable player. I guess Dak is the MVP. He sure played Jerry for his contract. Matt Burt, Dak fans, we are done with the excuses. It's year 10. At this point, Dak is just a loser. The game has passed him by. He loses to rookie QBs, second year QBs, backup QBs like Brissett. He's cooked. No, Matt Burt, it was the defense fault. That was the defense fault, Matt Burt. You know that? Kevin Dudley. What's up, Kevin? Hey, don't Seattle have a former Cowboy? Yep. Just mention him. You said the sound gone? Y'all sure? Should be good. Samuel. Prescott fans need to remember that football is an unpredictable game, especially in the playoffs. If a quarterback can't handle it, then he ain't it, and Prescott ain't worth it. Reach. Cowboy Prime. Dak is the MVP, most valuable paycheck. Doomsday. I don't, but the whole narrative that the offense leak. How can you tell when the kicker scores half the points every week? Yeah, they be trying to add those points that Brandon Aubrey put up as offensive points. Well, they scoring 30 points a game. Well, half of it be from Brandon Aubrey sometimes. There's been games where Dak haven't even thrown a touchdown in the whole game. And then in other games, added on to that, in the second half, he doesn't even throw a touchdown. So what are they talking about this number one offense? Because of garbage time yards? That's what I'm saying about stats. That's what I keep saying. Bro. These stats have not affected the game. The Coldest in 2023, that was a Super Bowl team, and that fucked it up for us. Yep. So fucking did. Kevin Dudley. Lawrence, right? Yep. Marcus Lawrence. Mills had top 5 defenses 3 straight seasons, 21-23, and folks still saying Dak needs help. Y'all who need help is y'all know who need help is Josh Allen, Herbert, CJ Stroud. Shit, Drake Mate don't have great talent on offense either. Right. Exactly. Sports 78. With Romo, you could assist that the game and losing meant a lot to him. With Dak, I just see insecurity, a scam artist, and happy to get a paycheck energy. Yep. Dak delusional fan. Dak would have never blamed defense if Michael or Diggs or D-Law was on the team. He waited. Yeah, I ain't never heard them talk like that about the defense. I heard the Slurpees do. They've been blaming the defense since 2016. But him calling out the defense like he did this year, that's why Diggs said he was a shut your ass up. Playmaker. Y'all must be broke because that's how y'all talk about it this money. Oh, bro. Oh shit, that was weak as hell. You thought you hit with that one, did you? He probably hit with that one. That's the first thing they run to is somebody talking about his money. Don't you know that shit has got no public information? Ain't nobody got to run nowhere to shit. You just mad because he ain't worth $60 million. Why he can't play like a $60 million quarterback playmaker? Huh? We got a $33 million quarterback outplaying him. The last 2 seasons, this quarterback been on 2 different teams and has duplicated what he's done. Meanwhile, your quarterback in the last 2 seasons is 10-14-1 and no playoffs at all. Matt Burke. Yeah, JB. It's a team sport when Dak loses. But a Dak sport when it we know that. That's how they do. That's how they motherfucking do, man. That shit, bro. That's what be killing me about that shit. That's why I be like, man, it just lead back to them worshiping Dak, man. They just think they really think this guy is top 5 elite. I mean, I think it's more about emotional attachment to Dak Prescott from his off the field story and him getting hurt on the field and trying to fight for his contract and all that shit is, his first big deal after his rookie contract. And they saying how Jerry Jones doing him wrong and Jerry Jones wait to pay him and all this shit. I was like, man, I believe they have really have an emotional attachment to Dak Prescott as a human being instead of motherfucking player on the football field. Which a lot of us look at it as we're Cowboy fans. We want to see you produce on the field and get us the championship, Super Bowls. That's what we look at. We don't give a fuck about that other shit. Your personal life, you having kids and getting married, yeah, whatever. That's nice. But your performance on the field should produce what we expect, especially as you being paid high, as you at the most critical position on the team. You're supposed to be the leader. I guess a lot of us real Cowboys fans just have higher expectations of what you're supposed to do. The situation you in. Too much is given, much is required. And Jerry right now, with his ROI, he in the red with you, Dak Prescott. Because your return on investment has been doo the last 2 seasons after he gave you that extension. You got hurt again. 3-5 at the time before you got hurt. Coming in this season, you're supposed to be as healthy as a fucking horse, or the healthiest you've been with your 6-pack and running around and all this bullshit. Got a new coach. You happy? You got your boy in. Oh, you got Pickens too. Oh shit. We got 2 wide ends. We got the best wide receiver duo in the league. Who gonna stop us on offense? Some of the slurpers saying we don't need defense. Just give Dak Prescott weapons. Get him a number 1 receiver because that's what he been missing, JB. Get him a running game because that's what he been missing. Get him an offensive line. After the number 1 offensive lineman in the draft again. It's been for the last 3 straight years. I do think so. JB, you just hating on him because he got all that money and you broke. Nah. Nah, you just mad because I go at him because he sucks on the field. That's the thing. Until we really got down and want to change the culture of this team, we got to start with getting this cancer up out of here, off this team. And that's Dak Prescott. Y'all hate it when I say it, but I'm going to keep saying it. I'm telling you, that's culture change. You really want to see a culture change of Dak in Dallas Cowboys? Get rid of Dak Prescott. Man, Bert, what up?
Hey, what's up, man?
It's good with you.
Yeah, I mean, you said it all along on your live streams. No excuse season. Season's over. Year 10. Dak's a loser at this point, baby. I ain't hearing the excuses. That's my label for Dak. He is a loser. You lose to the Cards. You lose to Brissett. You lose to the backups. I mean, I give him credit for beating the Chiefs and the Eagles back-to-back weeks. I give him credit for that. But dude, I mean, yeah, I get Brian Flores is a genius at defenses. Okay, but They were 4-8 when we faced them. You know, yeah, they may have a good defense, but we had 2 number ones, man. Like, and is that the Cowboys Stadium too?
Yeah. What up, Mills?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Chilling, man. Go ahead, Matt Burke. I just want
What's
to
up, bro?
get Mills in.
Oh no, I was just saying that. I'm hoping the Rams win tonight so they advance to the NFC Championship. The game that Dak's supposed to meet Stan Kroenke in.
Well, it's a tough game, bro. The Rams and Bears game is a tough ass game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was actually expecting more offense in this game, but both defenses have showed up well.
What up, Mills? What you got, bro?
Oh, hold on. Damn, am I echoing?
Yeah, you're on.
I'm
You on,
echoing.
man. You good, bro? Go ahead.
I think I hear an echo. On my side. Wait, hold on.
Simio, what up, man?
Oh, hey, am I actually on?
Yeah, you good?
Oh, okay. It's great meeting y'all, man. It's great meeting y'all.
Yes, sir. You can go ahead, man. Get your thoughts, bro. Mills, Samuel, either one of y'all?
Wait, let me see if I'm echoing. I'm still echoing. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, man.
I can hear you fine.
On my end, it's echoing.
All right, drop out.
Hello?
You.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't cutting anybody off, am I?
No, nobody was talking. We were waiting for you.
Oh, okay. My fault. Yeah. Yeah. Mostly, I just kind of stuff for a while, and most agree with everything you said. But I think you know about the Hard Knocks episode where they talk about the NFC East feature show talking about Prescott having that dinner, with the rest of the offensive line and everything. And I was looking through like the Cowboys on forum, and they noticed that people were talking about how he was just happy about having this year, everything. I'm like, seriously, man. Like, okay, you supposed to have your best year ever. That's cool, but I've seen this pattern the whole fucking time since the guy's been on the team, like since 2016. I told anybody because who is also Cowboys fans, I'm like, just doing it. I'm like, the whole problem with yeah, we've been number one and everything else, but I've noticed the whole pattern the whole year. Couldn't score 0 points in the second half throughout the whole year. Like half of the fucking points that Aubrey helped contribute to that whole point. And somebody brought up the math that if you take away the 155 something points that Aubrey scored on his own, that even with the down year he had, and still puts him top 3 in the league. Not down year, but the down stretch he had. If you substitute that over 300 some points we had, we were averaging basically no more than 18 a game. And how the hell you do that? That's the main question. We have everything needed to basically score more than that. But how the hell you do that? If you take away the average, our offense, it has the shit to be able to score anytime we wanted to. And plus, we still could have fucking hack it in the red zone. And people kind of, going to downplay to act like quarterback play doesn't matter in the red zone. I'm like, no, it fucking matters in the end zone. Because one of the bases is this. You need your quarterback to be money on third down, fourth down if you need it, and especially in the red zone. And if your quarterback ain't money in the red zone, even if you have good play calling, your quarterback still can't make the reason they froze count, then you're in where we are right now, having to rely on Aubrey. Look, and I'm thinking myself, I'm mugging up, this nigga can kick. Otherwise, we probably are going to be, or otherwise, us bragging about having an offense, it ain't really going to mean much, especially when we had to play anybody that can play defense.
I agree.
Yeah, that's why I think the change need to start with Dak Prescott, the coach of this team.
Well, I watched I watch a lot of football, and outside the Cowboys, I don't just watch Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
You
No, I
look at
agree.
an actual MVP candidate, and this happens every year. The MVP candidate, whether it's this year, whether it's Stafford or May or
Mhm.
Allen or Lamar Jackson, they don't talk about their stats to people. They're not talking about how they're having a great year. They're talking about their team. They're talking about how I can position myself to help the team. And that's what week 18 pissed me off. I know to Cowboys fans, the season's washed, whatever, but the Giants are still a rival. And
Mhm.
Dak goes in there just for 70 yards, like it's a preseason game, just to break a record. He
Exactly.
cares about stats more than he does W's.
Yeah.
That's why he's a loser. He'll always be a loser with that mindset.
And you know what the hilarious and ironic part is this, where you mention that. I mean, when you brought in the MVP conversation, I mean, you can look at the Rams offense and be like, yeah, they got Adams, who is older but still good. You got Puka and everything else. They're saying that, well, Stafford should be MVP, but then MVP, but he was already putting up numbers when he was in Detroit. That was before Detroit, finally got good and then went into a good place. But he was doing that. He was putting up, numbers already with Detroit before, when they were sucking, before they finally got good now. But
Right.
and then you look at Drake May, and look, I really had hope that Houston would have taken New England out. I fucking hate it, but I'll admit is this. I don't want to call him and put him in Brady territory, but I will acknowledge that, there's a reason why he was drafted top 2.
Yeah. I agree.
That delusional. What you got, bro?
I love that delusional.
Yeah, I still trying to figure out how to win with Dak Prescott. I'm gonna tell you how you win with Dak Prescott.
Put him on the
Put
bench.
his ass on the bench and get a quarterback. We messed up. I'm gonna go through how the Cowboys messed up. We was in a perfect situation after they lost to the Packers. They supposed to not gave Dak that contract and seen what Trey Lance had with Cooper Rush as the backup. And if Trey Lance would have messed the ball up, guess what? We got a top 5 pick. We could have picked a quarterback. We could have had Jason Dodd. So all this about just Dak. Nobody can replace Dak. I don't want Dak with no competition. Oh, that's a key word here too. Competition. Dak has never had competition at the quarterback spot.
Zero.
He did. He did
job.
it. He did with Cooper Rush. That's why Cooper Rush is
Yeah.
out of the house.
That's why Cooper Rush isn't in Dallas anymore.
Right.
Cooper Rush.
They gave
Yeah.
him Tony Romo's job. Tony Romo said, okay, y'all didn't want me to play in 2016. Can I compete for my job? They said no. Dak got his job because I'm gonna tell you how Dak got his job. They made a guy named Jamel Showers or Holloway go to play defense because he was out playing Dak in preseason.
Yeah, Jamil Showers. Yeah, they made him go play safety.
Because he was out playing Dak.
Yep. The only reason Dak ever became a starter is because Kellen Moore got hurt. Because when Romo went down, it was going to be Kellen.
And what did Kellen Moore say? When they was looking for the coaches, they said, Kellen Moore, you can come back to the Cowboys. Kellen Moore said, hell no, I ain't coming back to the Cowboys. Dak is my quarterback. I'm going to go to New Orleans and draft me a quarterback that I can teach and I can see him and I can know how he can throw the ball.
Well, I remember when his entire fan base trashed Kellen Moore because they said his offensive scheme sucked. No, Dak just couldn't run it.
Yeah.
Proved that wrong last year.
Dak couldn't run it. That's what it is.
Dak couldn't run Dak couldn't run what's his name?
Linehan's scheme either.
No, not Linehan's
scheme. Oh, you talking
Jalen Hurts ran it good.
What's the coach that came from Detroit? What's his name?
Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson?
No, the coach that had Stafford that came to the Cowboys. His name's in my mind right now.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now. But
anyway, he was in a bar, and they said, your playbook is kind of flat or whatever. He said, and they said, you ain't had no plays run. He said, I got plays to run. I don't have a quarterback to run my plays. And it got out, and Jerry Jones fired him.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if anybody noticed this past offseason, but they were talking about, well, we don't want our quarterback to learn a new scheme.
Because he can't learn a new scheme.
Exactly. He's the MVP, though.
I figured that for the longest.
But he's the MVP, though.
Well, unfortunately, the new scheme would require him to do more read progressions than one.
Yeah, well, when you can only read half the field. I mean, that's not going to work. You know?
He doesn't even read half. He reads a quarter of it.
Yeah, if that. I mean, he stares down receivers. You know,
you got a 10-year vet who can't read post snap, cover 6, cover 4, cover 2.
Y'all used to see the way McCarthy would look at him on the sidelines. Like
I remember that last year.
He would fuck up, and McCarthy would look at him like, you fucking dumb motherfucker.
Dude, you saw it, dude. JB was at the game where he really effed up. Like they were going for a 4th and 1.
Yeah.
And they were gonna do in and around with CD, and it was a loaded box. Dak didn't check out of it.
Yep.
No, he didn't.
That's when McCarthy threw the tablet down. McCarthy like, you dumb MFer.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. He just give him the death stare sometimes. Like, what the fuck, man? You get all frustrated. You know.
I never blamed McCarthy for getting out of here.
I don't blame him either. And he was the reason why we went 12-5 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I will stand on 10 toes on that for the rest of my life. I mean, that had nothing to do with Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know, it's funny. John Kitna was here. You know, and Kellen Moore was the OC. Dak looked his best. But even John Kitna got fed up with him and left.
Yeah,
but Kellen Moore taught Prescott. Good. Look at Prescott's stats before Kellen Moore became his coach. Before Kellen Moore became Dak Prescott coach, he never threw for over 23 touchdowns and 4,000 yards.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. But it Kellen Moore's scheme sucked though.
No, it don't.
His scheme. I know that. I'm being sarcastic. You know what I mean? I'm saying like but his scheme sucks according to the fucking fan base, Cowboys Nation.
And all that. It sucks. But look what the Saints doing now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when they get more weapons, look what they do. Look what he did when he was in Philly. I mean, ever since he left, have they won anything? Ever since Kellen Moore left Philly, what have they done?
Oh, look what Kellen Moore did in the Super Bowl. They said, we stopped the run.
Exactly. Their offense sucks now. Since he left, their offense has sucked. Kellen Moore was a great fucking coordinator. We made a huge mistake letting him.
Now they killing Jalen Hurts, man, which I think is kind of crazy.
It was the OC's fault. The offense was garbage. Like, I think a lot of it had to do with the OC, but I don't know. I don't give a shit about Philly, but you know what I mean?
AJ Brown lost that game. AJ Brown cried for the ball, and he dropped like 3 or 4 balls.
Exactly. But some of the motherfuckers, though, were talking about Lamb having the drops and shit. I'm like, okay, fucking AJ Brown will worry about the ball the whole fucking time, yet you sell? Like, I don't want to hear that shit. I would hear nobody else say that shit. I'm thinking
that last drop he had, I think that shit was on purpose.
I gotta give CD his credit. He may have some drops and critical moments or whatever, but I've never seen him be a diva about getting the ball.
Right. And think about this. In the 5 years, 5 years with Lamb on the team, sorry to interrupt. He had about 4 fucking 1,000-yard seasons. And only Michael Irvin had done that shit. So my whole thing that tripped me out was this is the first time in 5 years he ever had. I mean, yes, he makes a lot of catches more often than not. In some cases, he'll have a drop or 2. But more often than not, he'll catch that motherfucker. But the thing that tripped me out was 2 games out of Philly that all of a sudden those drops were there. But we're going to act like, this nigga ain't shit now. Are you fucking serious? And then you're talking about with Lamb and then, Pickens. And then people kind of didn't get the point that even before Lamb got hurt, Pickens was only maybe target so more often. It took Lamb, took an injury for a few games, especially in that Bears game where we somehow couldn't fucking score on 14 points on a bad Bears defense. That shit pissed me off. But it took them that long to try to get Pickens involved, and lo and behold, the dude can make plays. You bother giving him the ball, and I'm thinking, what the fuck do we basically did all that training shit to get him out of Pittsburgh to come to Dallas, saying, well, Dak need another good receiver. But it took him this fucking long to finally get him the damn ball.
Well, Schottenheimer coach is scared. Schottenheimer, see, this is a perfect point you were making, and this is the reason why I popped on here was to point out too that Schottenheimer coach is fucking scared, and I give that dude the side eye. Like I ain't buying into all the Schottenheimer hype right now because what I saw in that Carolina game this year when he ran those 3 straight screens because he was too fucking scared to run the ball for some damn reason. Y'all remember when he ran 3 straight screens or whatever?
Oh, yeah, I remember. I fucking hated it.
He coaches like a bitch, man. I'm starting to give the dude the side eye. I want to see it better. And I'll tell you something else. And you were talking about CD. You notice since Schottenheimer's been here, CD's been hurt.
But see, the thing about CD,
that's because we keep using them on the in and arounds. That's when he gets hurt doing that shit. Have him stop having him do that shit. He's a finesse guy. He's not a physical guy.
He's never been a physical receiver. And Schottenheimer's trying to make him a physical receiver.
Let me say something about CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee is tired of catching Dak hospital balls and stretching his body to catch acrobatic balls. He's thinking about a long-term career. You get injured playing for Dak as your receiver. You have a short career playing for Dak as your receiver.
He's had
exactly. You made a good point about that because I noticed that some of the games, like throughout the time, Dak and CD been playing, like people tripping about, why ain't fucking CD just laid out for the ball? Oh, he fucked up on his run or whatever. I'm like, that shit doesn't always happen. Yeah, interceptions and bad drops can happen if a receiver fucks up on a route or he doesn't pay attention where he's supposed to be at, and he doesn't pay attention where the quarterback's supposed to be at. But I don't care if you're motherfucking Spider-Man, you can't have the damn time. That like you don't know where it is in the field half the damn time. How can he catch the ball if he doesn't know you exist half the damn time? And if he did give at least a chance of the catch, in some cases he'll fuck up the throw. Like they don't get that quarterbacks. If you a quarterback, you can't catch the ball. You can be open way the fuck over. But if your quarterback can't see you, how are you going to make a play on the ball if your quarterback can't see it and can't give you a catchable pass at the damn time? How are you going to do that?
I ain't meant to cut y'all. I'm asking one question. Why do the Cowboy receivers got to work like James Brown, the hardest working receivers in the NFL?
Because they carry Dak's ass.
Because of Dak Prescott. Tom Brady used to talk about that crap all the time, hanging receivers out to dry. Especially when they're going up the middle or doing working a seam.
Yeah, especially against the Ravens. He was talking about that with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. He had to lead his receivers. Be careful with it because if he didn't, they'd knock their clocks out.
Exactly. Dak doesn't carry; he just makes the throw.
Yeah,
that's because he can't time his passes consistently. You don't want to be able to throw people over. You gotta be able to see it.
It's a throw as he's looking for them to have the separation, then throw. He's not trusting them to throw, and then they get the reception or they get the separation as the throw is coming to them.
He's supposed to put the ball where it's supposed to be, and the receiver's supposed to be where he's supposed to be.
I'm gonna ask y'all this other question: what receiver that played with Dak didn't get hurt trying to play DB or catching a bad Dak ball? Even Gallup in that game against the Cardinals, that's how he got hurt.
Got his knees blown out.
Catching the ball.
I thought Gallup caught a touchdown in the end zone and got hurt off of that touchdown.
ACL.
His
career was never the same after
his ACL, and he was never the same.
Yeah.
Dak throw hospital balls.
Yeah, he do.
If you're a receiver for Dak, you're bound to get you. If you're a receiver for Dak, you know what you got to do? Get your insurance right.
You notice not a lot of offensive players try to come to Dallas or want to come to Dallas.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp was the same way. He didn't want to come to Dallas.
But they don't want to come to fucking Dallas. Yeah, nobody wants to right now. But
right. I mean, what are they going to do? Block?
I mean, but they don't want to play with Dak, man. These dudes see Dak. I mean, they watch him play.
It's not even that. It's defensive players. I mean, Micah and say what y'all want about Micah and Diggs, but they were happy to get out of here because they know they weren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And
D-Law too. I don't blame D-Law.
Yeah. D-Law a lot of things, but sadly, D-Law's a lot of things, but sadly enough, even I could have simply said that, you know what? he probably, you know, when he said that comment, that tired comment, I'm like, yeah, he probably should have said that shit, but at the same
But he
time,
was
I
tired
just think
because of
because
all the 3 and outs that Dak was getting. I mean,
I know
he
that's what I'm
gassed the
saying. That's what I'm
defense
saying. He was
That
more.
was a
That's
putting
why I
on the
can't blame
field.
him on that. That's what I'm
that was
saying.
a
I can't blame him on that necessarily.
that was a message to Dak Prescott, man, through the media.
I know.
Like,
I
hey,
know
bro.
this.
Like, hey, bro, we're tired because of your ass.
Hey,
You
you
know,
remember?
like that.
You remember?
'Cause
Y'all remember when we lost to the 49ers in 2022? What did
I
Michael Irvin
know
say? He said,
I'll never
without
forget
the
it.
turnovers, we win this game. The defense balled
exactly.
out.
Yep. Held them to
Exactly.
19. Held them to 19 points.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
the fucked. I'm sorry. That's the fucked up part. When the Niners went up and got Purdy, they were scoring fucking 30 a game.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden we come to 19, and then everybody's saying, and then we revert back to the 2021 playoff game. People saying, "Oh, well, the game was 23 fucking 17. Well, 4 minutes left. There's still fucking time to come back and win that game."
Because we
Like
got a
that shit was on CBS. Tony Romo could have came off that booth and fucking won that game. He did that against 2014 against fucking Detroit.
That's
He was
because fucking
2017. No, he came back and won that shit. But that
Yeah.
couldn't. Are you fucking kidding me?
2022, Fred Warner got in Dak Prescott's fucking head. That's what happened in that game. Fred Warner was fucking with his head the whole game because he knew he could.
He
Like
knew Dak was
that's
gonna
why.
throw like a 5
Well,
or 7
it's
yard
not.
pass.
It's not hard to help. It's not hard to get in mental health
That-
boys'
Exactly.
head. You know.
Ask for help. You gotta ask for help though.
Let's start a conversation.
Fucking Dak, man. Fucking Dak.
And then
That
Dak
dude.
gonna be like, Dak gonna say, "Oh, I played so good this year. It was on the defense. Yeah, we got to stop giving up 30 points." He would have never said that crap.
You would have beat the. He would have beat the.
And
Yeah.
Diggs on the team.
Bro, let me ask you.
You were
everybody in
right.
this
You were right. He never
Yeah.
would have called out the defense like that with them on the team. I
me
agree.
ask-
I noticed that.
Sorry, I mean I was trying to cut you off. Hey, let me ask everybody in the room a question, man. Do you ever remember anybody coming up to Tom Brady and telling him he's a bitch?
No.
Oh.
Not.
Did you ever see any player?
He was
in history?
royalty in the Patriots organization.
Well, he was
No,
dude,
they
Even if
FBI
they were
Boston.
quote unquote being
That dude- that-
competitive,
They throw that
he would
motherfucker
never
in the
say
Cape
that.
Cod.
John, Tom Brady have that dude killed, man. Tom Brady would have that dude. He just disappeared. Hey, man, whatever happened to old Smith?
Oh,
Man, I
you're
don't
gonna
know,
pull
man.
an Aaron
He's gone.
Hernandez?
He just disappeared. Like, yeah, Tom Brady didn't play that shit. You'd be gone.
Yeah,
Anybody
but here's the thing,
anybody
though,
ever go up
man.
to Torrey
is
Aikman and
that-
call him a bitch at practice? I don't think
Here's
so.
the thing, though, man.
Nah.
Is that he didn't.
No, I didn't
Tom
take that
Brady didn't carry himself a certain way, and that's why he never got those kind of comments.
Well, but everybody knew whose team that was.
Right.
You know, and Tommy could walk into the owner's
Tom
office
Brady
and say, "Get
showed
rid of this
improved,
motherfucker."
so you have more
He did
confidence.
show
in
improve.
him.
I mean, his track record
So,
speaks for itself. That's my
I mean,
point.
Dak
though.
hasn't done that shit. That's why you can say some shit.
But I
like
mean,
that.
but at a minimum, dude, you be kind of dude. Just you can tell it ain't his team. When that happened, I knew immediately it wasn't his team.
Hell no.
Hey, but wasn't Jimmy Garoppolo on the Patriots?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And didn't he want him to take Tom Brady's job, and then
Yeah.
Brady went
Right.
to the owner and got him
Yeah.
shipped out?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Brady
Think so.
did.
Yeah.
And
That's
to
my
be
point
honest
is-
with you, and actually, I think that's why Robert Kraft was mad with Bill Belichick. After seeing Tom win the Super Bowl for the Bucks, he could have won the Super Bowl for the Patriots, the 7th one, you know. And
Mhm.
I think that's why Bill was out the door after 2 years. Like Kraft, it pissed off Kraft because he loved Tom Brady. Nothing he could do. I mean, there's nothing he wouldn't do for Tom Brady.
Mhm.
And that's what I actually like about Kraft over Jerry is he's said this numerous times. He's like, he was talking about the Jared Mayo coaching situation. He's like, you know, I made a big mistake going that route, and it cost me heavily having to pay all those coaches after they departed. But I'm a fan first. You know, owning the Patriots isn't like a traditional business. I'm a fan first, and I did not like the direction we were in. That's why I had to change it. That's why he hired Mike Vrabel. And look at him now.
Yeah,
You know,
Could you
like
imagine?
he's
Could you
got the
imagine
balls.
Could you imagine the Patriots if the guy Hernandez didn't get locked up?
say that
Yeah.
again.
He was better than Gronk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He was. He's more
That's
talented.
the case.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is Kraft has the balls to make a decision like that, to move off of a 6-time Super Bowl champion coach.
Yeah.
You know, when you knew it was time. But if you notice the way that they did things during that entire dynasty was they would move off a player that was good a year earlier than most
Exactly.
teams would.
Yep.
Yeah,
Those
that's how
fucking
Bill always did it.
they
He whenever he
they
sensed
had
they were coming
balls,
off their
man.
prime, he'd sell high on
Yeah,
them.
they had balls. Like they
Hey,
would
but
just fucking
guess
make a
who Bill
decision.
learned from though?
Bill Parcells.
No,
That's what he studied under
Jimmy
for
Johnson.
mostly.
Bill learned from Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, that too. You're right. But I know Bill had a Bill Parcells had a huge
Parcells.
influence
Yeah,
on
he
him
had a
too.
tuna
Yeah.
background.
Well, he coached under him at freaking New York when they won the Super
But
Bowl.
Bill learned from
Right.
Jimmy Johnson. Go
Yeah.
research it.
No,
Bill,
you're right. I know that. You're right. You're 100% right. Yeah, you are. Yeah, Bill and Jimmy had a connection too.
They do.
Bill Parcells and Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, like
That's true.
man, Bill. If fucking Jerry would have shut the fuck up, we would have won a ring with Bill. If Jerry would have shut his fucking old ass mouth and sat his old ass down to sign the checks and let Bill run shit, we would have won a ring with him. Fucking
but the
pisses
thing
me
is,
off. To this day,
we
it
would have
pisses
had
me
a ring
off,
with
man.
Jason Garrett if he wasn't so stuck on Dak and Scott Linehan, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Linehan, fucking douchebag.
Letting, cause they got mad.
Stand,
See,
man.
Jason Garrett and the offensive coordinator was mad at Romo because he changed plays.
The whole fan
In
base is mad at Jerry Jones.
2016,
Yeah.
that's why they kept Dak in there, because Dak didn't change the plays.
Yeah.
Romo will.
But that's the thing, though. But that speaks. I'm sorry. But that speaks to. But that has always been. Sorry. But that speaks to my whole fucking point. Why I didn't want Garrett around with his ass gonna be gone. Like the motherfucker never had a running game anyway. If anything, Garrett was lucky that even Romo kept that team going fucking 8-8. Jerry had fucking sense and realized that we can't go 8-8 3 years in a row. And why my offensive coach, who's supposed to be an offensive fucking genius, he can't run his offense or get his quarterback on the same page. He would have gone and kicked him out a long time ago. Romo could have gotten any offensive corner. And the offense in Linehan in 2014, the only thing is, that fucking running game helped out. But Romo never needed a running game per se. He just needed something to make things easier. Not to be dependent on a run game. That whole stat about Prescott with needing a fucking run game? Well, I mean, it's been discussed before, but the fact that he needs a run game to help him function at all, even if you don't, how it relates to his offense now, think about Javonte Williams. Fucking had a healthy year, and you look at how the run game scheme kind of changed. Even if you don't like fucking Schottenheimer, at least he made a point of going back to like when to help make that, help make Dak's job easier. Run the ball, go fucking play action, make everything as simple as possible, where he can go up there and hit his targets at the same time. Anything more than that, it was shit.
I don't think he did enough of that. Honestly, to me,
No,
I do not think Saudi prioritized the run game.
But y'all remember Romo? Y'all remember Romo when the defense used to creep up on the line? Romo be like, "Oh, y'all damn fools!" He'd be like, "Check,
exactly.
Check, kill.
This is our touchdown. Kill."
He got audibles.
And he'd point right to the guy who's going to throw it to.
Yeah,
because just like Phillip Rivers would do.
And he just sent him on a hot. And the defense knew what was coming. They couldn't stop it.
Exactly. Funny enough that you brought that up, because that dude Law Nation. I saw an old video of him a year ago when he was talking to Terrence Williams, and when they asked him about how he felt the difference between Dak and Romo, he said he enjoyed playing with Romo a lot more because Williams, he said like this, basically in plain language, that when you play with a quarterback like Romo and Williams, that nigga a body catcher, but he can make plays if you can give him a good ball. He can make plays surprisingly. He said that basically. He said basically that he liked playing with Romo more because he knew Romo knows what the defense is doing, and he knows that he can give him a catchable ball because he knows he can depend on him to give him that pass. Yeah. You can't depend on a quarterback like that. You can't do it if you don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
And also that, you remember he talked about the game that what was it? The Giants or the Eagles when the quarterback was in Dez Brown's face and Dez was hyped the whole pregame, and Romo said, "I got you," and he wouldn't.
Those 3 touchdowns.
The whole game.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that shit.
I think it was the Jags.
I mean,
It was the Jags.
if you ask Des Bryant, he'll tell you Tony made his career.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
He'll tell you.
I
that.
remember that 2014 year when
Yeah.
when they faced the Seahawks in the season, dude. He
Oh,
was
yeah, man, that was fun.
torching Richard Sherman all day. I was like, man, if they
Bro.
somehow get to the NFC Championship,
Well,
they will
talking
beat
about-
the Seahawks.
Talking about,
I think so
about
too,
Terrence-
bro. I fucking hated when they cheated Dez out of that catch in Green Bay, man. I know if they didn't cheat Dez out of that catch, I'm thinking we would have
Talking
fucking
about-
won that game and we could have
yeah,
gotten
the
it. I think
Patriots
would go
friend
this
on
in
the line, and he
But
was
it wasn't just the catch. It was Murray fumbled the ball too. Somebody fumbled the ball too.
DeMarco
Murray did, and then
Murray did.
yeah, Murray did, and I was like, I guess the defense fucked up, and I guess maybe Bill had an extra point or two. But even in that scenario, I'm thinking they that catch stood. I think that would have given us the momentum to actually give us a chance to win that game. At least give us a chance.
Y'all were talking about Terrence Williams. He had that fucking phenomenal sideline catch in that game.
Oh yeah, that was
for that
Tesla.
first down. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That Todak swag shit he had. That was a great
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
catch.
I saw that. Yeah, saw that shit. I was like hoping that's catch. As soon as they said that it was a catch, I was like, fuck
That was
yes.
a great fucking catch. I mean, I don't care.
You're talking about
If I
was
catch
Kyle
it or not, That
Booty?
was a great catch. Yeah.
today in the Patriots game. You talking about with Booty?
No,
The
I'm
guy-
talking about
That one
Terrence
hand,
Williams.
yeah, it was pretty
Oh,
good. I
okay.
mean, that was.
Oh, that
I mean,
that,
that's a
was,
good.
that was a good catch. No, I'm talking about 2014 against
Oh,
Seattle.
okay.
Terrence Williams had that sideline catch.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
did
yeah.
I did bring up Des today to a
Great
Patriots
fucking
friend
catch.
because he thought that catch with Booty today wouldn't count, and I was like, "No, that's a catch," and they ruled that, and he was like, "Nah, they're just
Man.
gonna overturn it." I'm like, "No, they're not. That's a catch," and they ruled a catch, and I tell him, "You can thank Des for that."
Mhm.
But you know the
Right.
thing is, Romo only had one top 5 defense that made the playoffs. All
Exactly.
Romo's defense was like out of like 13, 20. Romo made the playoffs with a 20 ranked defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That's the thing that gets me. People want to bring it up saying 2007. Oh, we had 12, 13 Pro Bowls out of that shit. I'm like, have y'all not actually looked how good these players are? Other than Marcus Ware,
Bro,
and who had a Hall of Fame, none of them motherfuckers lasted no more than a couple of years, and that was it.
Hey,
Like-
y'all ready? Let me ask
They
y'all
made
something
the Pro
though.
Bowl off names. Those,
Exactly.
what was it, 13 Pro Bowlers, whatever it was, what, 2008 or 2007? Which year was it?
It was 2007. And yeah, it was about that 12, 13 Pro Bowls. But the thing is, people need to understand the difference between Pro Bowl and All Pro. Pro Bowl has always been
But they made
popularity.
it off name alone because they
Exactly.
had names.
No, I'm saying that's the thing. I'm sorry, sir. That's the thing, though.
No, you're good.
It was Pro Bowl has always been a popularity contest anyway. And when the Cowboys do want winning, of course, motherfuckers are gonna go up there and vote a whole bunch of people in there. That's just how it is. But with All Pro, it's always been more of a testament of you're good enough by people who actually know football. Players and coaches that know football know that you're an All Pro. You're not outside of DeMarcus Ware. None of the motherfuckers made a pro All Pro. None of them were
All
like
Pro
that.
is voted by the players, and then
Yeah.
Pro Bowl is voted by the fans.
I got it.
Yeah. I'm saying All Pro is at least more the prestigious award. Like the Pro Bowl is like more or less universal. Anybody, even fans, can vote.
Well, nobody takes I don't take the Pro Bowl seriously. I mean, it's like if the game isn't serious, why is you making the Pro Bowl serious? Like, it's not a brag. I mean, it's a
We
joke.
We know what's so crazy this year? Terrence still got one vote for All Pro. How in the hell that happened?
I have
Well,
no clue.
Terrence Steele is a great run blocking tackle.
His sister
Yeah, he's
has
not
a
good at
vote or
pass
something.
blocking.
So,
Maybe his mom has a vote or something.
And then Dak, the Dak is still mad because they won't give Dak recognition because he threw over 4,000 yards. Okay, whoopie freaking do. And what they get you? You at home on the couch watching the teams playing the playoffs.
But Dak already said,
yep.
because my defense, that's why I'm home.
Yeah, he said this year the result wasn't because of his play. That's what he said.
Yeah.
The
And the
result-
Dak fans listening, just remember the reality check here. Sam Darnold is getting to an NFC championship. Sam Darnold. And you may say, oh, he's just a game manager. He's got an elite defense. Well, guess what? He didn't turn over the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I got a question about Dak Prescott or for Dak Prescott. I'm still waiting. Like, where's my check? Because you said you would give all that money back just to play football. So where's my portion?
Well,
Where's
he
my
doesn't.
portion of that shit?
He doesn't play for money.
Oh yeah, remember talking about I don't play
That's
for
his
money. I
privilege.
play
I don't
for
play for
the.
money.
That should tell you that you should never trust that motherfucker. If he said anything like that, what you doing playing football in the first place?
But he
What you
took
doing
that
in the NFL in the
extension,
first
though. But
place?
he took that extension though.
Well,
he
that's
sure
just,
did.
Well, he
yeah,
demanded it.
yeah, because if he cared about getting a championship, why the hell your ass doing in Dallas then? You could have gone in there.
What about when the Cowboys was 7-8-1? He talking about he won't play the last game because 8-8-1 is better than 7-9-1. And remember the first half, he played like ass.
Yeah,
He
threw for
got
70
Hey,
yards.
the Giants defense made him quit because he couldn't pad his stats.
Hey, JB, I meant to tell you in that Giants game. Just remember from a certain YouTuber. Remember that Dak played good because he didn't turn over the ball in the Giants.
It's easy not to turn over the ball when you play half the game.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, when you only play. Hey, I got a question for everybody in here that's not related to Dak Prescott, real quick. I got a question. So, are we ready to finally admit that Sam Darnold's a good quarterback now?
Oh, I have.
I
did last year.
He's not getting paid.
I said it last year too.
I can say he's decent.
He's a bus driver.
He might be a bus driver, but he's playing good right now.
You know what? But my thing that what I was impressed with yesterday, even though he had a ankle injury, he was 12 for 17. And the offense coordinator ran the ball more.
Yep.
That's the blueprint if you want to run Dakota the dumb Prescott.
Yeah.
Don't let him throw the ball over 25 times.
They ran the ball down the 49ers' throats. Holy crap.
They did.
Dallas needs to look exactly like the
damn.
Seattle roster. No, I said that too watching that game yesterday. Seattle, we need to look like Seattle's roster.
And you know what's so funny?
Good receivers,
they
good
prioritize
just
the
the
run
roster.
game,
Coaching matters, folks. Remember that.
I understand.
Coaching matters.
But but we got the coach who's going to change the culture according to the fan base. So I mean, you got to worry about that.
Remember, the team where Mike and Diz would somehow magically make everybody forget that. That's what they're thinking.
Well, how did Quidditch help the team at all this year? Do you see any Quidditch plays out there? When they were on the broomsticks at practice playing Quidditch?
I made a video about that shit.
I remember that, dude, and I've been watching that YouTuber ever since. That guy's hilarious.
Yeah,
we did that. We didn't do that gay shit on the field.
No. You talking about Coach
I didn't know why the fuck that's even recorded. I don't know why.
I don't even know why they filmed that. Why
I didn't even. You know what's funny? I didn't even know that was an active drill. I thought they were just goofing around. I'm like, dude, you're doing this for an active drill.
Yeah.
Okay,
crazy,
let me
man.
ask everybody this question. Do you think if the offense played better in some games, the defense would have been better? Because if you give your defense a lead and rest the defense, would the defense been as bad as it was if the offense did its job?
It could have.
It could have been
Well,
better.
it's more about belief. Can you
agree with
believe
that.
in your guy? Because if your defense doesn't believe in your guy, you're not going to get all out from them. You're just
And it's
not.
like,
You know what?
we have.
And Johnny would have lied talking about he want to run the ball. Yes, they would have helped out the defense. But the Cowboy, I think the pass run ratio was like 70 pass, 30 run.
But you know what kind of contributes to that? Because we're going back, to the Kel Moore situation when the people were tripping about the offense, but Moore was running. People forget that your quarterback has the ability to run the pass. Some of those plays that there was a decent. Somebody brought up a stat somewhere. There was a decent percentage of that checking out of runs and going to pass a lot. So it ain't just some of that's going to be a play call, but not all of it. Your quarterback has the option to go to run the pass, and he has to understand. When the defense is looking, that he can go to a run or pass and understand the situation. If your quarterback it just doesn't know what the fuck he's doesn't think about shit like that and just doesn't stick to the run, then you can't blame that on coaching. Your quarterback has the ability. You should understand the situation and go to a run if he sees there's a chance to run it and stick with it. That's something you had to let your quarterback do.
The pat back up what you said. Do the quarterback in today's NFL have the option to switch routes and plays within that formation to say, all right, you just you run a bucket hook instead of you going out on this. You run a slant. You run a seam route. Can a quarterback still do that? Well, that's the old days.
They can still do it. They just got to be able to know what they're looking at. If you're coaching, if you're offensive coordinator, because you know how some dudes always saying that sometimes offensive coordinators, especially offensive coaches, offensive coordinators in general, they're always going to try to do what their quarterbacks are supposed to do well. And sometimes, but if a defense figures it out, what your quarterback can and can't run, they're going to adjust themselves and be able to counteract it. And that's what basically hurts our offense. That's what hurts our offense sometimes, even when it's good.
No, my question is like
sorry.
Romo, Brady, Breeze, and different quarterbacks. They see the defense line up, right? And they say, okay, I'm not going to change the whole play, but I'm going to change receiver routes.
Oh, yeah, they do that.
Receiver, instead of running the slant, you run the reel. Instead of you running that out, you take an in. Quarterbacks don't have that today no more.
Quarterback plays.
They should.
Unfortunately, we're not in that golden age of quarterback play anymore.
Yeah, I know. I've
been long out of it, and you can even tell because some of the quarterbacks will come out to the media and say, I think even Sam Darnold said this. Sometimes it can get tricky understanding these defenses. They throw disguises at you a lot. They'll go one way, and then they'll look like they're going one way, and then they'll go another way. And that's usually how the turnovers happen. That's why I'm saying, I think the game is past Dak by. I do. When you can't beat a garbage team, that was his mainstay, was beating the garbage team. You can't even do that. You can't beat the garbage Panthers. You can't beat the garbage, Cardinals.
So the thing I'm saying is when Romo and Dez walked up to the line of scrimmage, Romo would look at Dez with his eye, and he'll say, they can look at each other like, you ain't going that. Don't take this slant. Let's go upfield. They don't even have to communicate with hand signals. Nothing. He'll be like, let's go ahead and run. Let's go ahead and run the go ball.
True. Yeah.
That's because
does the quarterback have that ability today to change the receiver route?
I said it can, but of course that's going to depend on the guy himself if he can figure that out or not. But nowadays it's kind of like, it's kind of more put into the offense going because people are trying to, go with the schemes and trying to trust their schemes more often. And especially in college nowadays where nobody's teaching these guys how to kind of not just adjust, how to adjust the defenses night, how to adjust different routes and stuff like that. It's changing. College kind of went for that same pattern more or less in years. So it's kind of falling in the NFL to an extent.
Yeah.
So it's still going to depend on whether or not your quarterback knows if they can figure it out or not. But it's still going to come out.
That's a lost connection between the receiver and the quarterback. Even Jerry Rice would tell you Montana and Steve Young did that. You can go to the line and see how to line up, and the quarterback will look at that receiver and say, "Oh, this dumbass playing you tight," and he's going to bite you outright. And they'll give an eye like, "Yep, I'm going up. I'm going up." And they can't do that no more. I mean, the game is lost. The game of chess in the NFL is lost if you can't do that. We did that in high school.
Well, look at the playoffs going on right now. Look at the divisional round between the Texans and the Patriots. It was a turnover bowl. 8 total turnovers from both teams combined. And then, even going into this game, CJ Stroud had 4 or 5 turnovers against the Steelers. So, that should tell you where we're at in the league right now. You're seeing
CJ is missing his top receiver and his tight end.
Yeah. Well, in this game, sure. Yeah, I can give you that, but he's got a reputation of turnovers, man. Going into this game, I thought that the Texans had a Super Bowl defense, but CJ was a liability. with or without a fully healthy squad. Nico could have been in there, and he still would have managed to turn over the ball. I firmly believe it.
I mean, look, exactly. Look what we dealt with 2001, 2021, 2023. I'm like, that was fucking us 2021, 2023. Games were close enough with a defense, at least gives a chance. But again, back in the offense, they could have fucking got their act together, played better and won. We would have been, they could have advanced. Same thing with the Texans. They got a defense they can play. In fact, anything, go watch, for Denver, Buffalo, Denver's got a top 5 defense. It didn't fucking matter. Josh Allen scored 30, and his offense ain't nowhere near Dallas's. And it didn't stop him from putting up 30. Although what saved them was basically, you could say 4 turnovers by the Bills. That pretty much, you can say that to the extent that saved Denver. They're a good defense, but they gave up 30 to Josh Allen. Yeah, we know Josh is like that, but that kind of shows the point that even Denver, they can play defense, but still, needed Bo Nix and offense to get to 30 to get a chance to win it. And even Houston with a defense that could win in a Super Bowl, if your quarterback and your offense can't stay in the field, score points, what good is that going to do?
You can give me an elite quarterback with good receivers and a good enough offensive line. I can beat the best defense. Because the rules for the NFL today is geared to the offense.
Exactly.
You got the best defense in the world, but give me an elite quarterback with a good enough offensive squad, I can beat that number 1 defense. Because the rules of the NFL.
We don't have an elite quarterback.
You really don't even need an elite quarterback. And the game manager's even okay. Look what Cooper Rush did when Dak was injured. And I seriously believe had he played instead of Dak in that divisional round against San Francisco, we would have won because he took care of the football.
Exactly.
He wasn't sexy to watch with the arm, but he took care of the football. That's how you win playoff games. You can do all these turnovers in the playoffs, you're going to kill yourself. That's why Josh Allen was crying at the presser.
See, that's what the thing about Tom Brady. Everybody, he's the GOAT. He won all the rings and everything. But
he didn't turn the ball over.
He didn't turn the ball over. He was real careful with the football. But he's real smart with the football. He understood when to throw, when not to throw. Like that was the difference between him and why they call him the GOAT and say he's elite. It's because he took care of the ball. It's that simple. Like, and you don't have to be. Tom Brady didn't have the best arm in the league. He didn't, he wasn't even all that accurate on deep balls, to be honest with you. When he had Randy Moss could catch anything, so they had that monster year together. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? The point is, like, you're going back to what you said about game managers. Like you said, Sam Darnold's a game manager, but look what he's doing within the system.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the game manager. If you're taking care of the football and making the plays you need to make, that's good. That's all you need to be. You don't have to be elite.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But Cam Newton said Tom Brady was elite at game managing, meaning he didn't turn the ball over.
Okay, well, he game managed his ass to 7 fucking Super Bowls.
Yeah, that's why he said he was elite at game managing.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Was that a criticism he made of Tom, or was he giving him a compliment? I thought it was a criticism. Sorry.
No,
Tom was
giving him a compliment because
I see
game
it that way.
managing, elite meaning. He did, like you said, he wasn't great at throwing. I mean, he had an arm, he wasn't that accurate. And
he had an obsession to get better.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what he did at the quarterback position, he was one of the ones. Tom Brady, he basically created dink and dunk. He dink and dunked his way to 7 Super Bowls.
Well, he has a fucking photographic memory. Like, for real, he does. He said he looked at the playbook. It took him 2 years. He had it memorized. Like he looked at it like a few times, and that's just how his mind works. So he had a fucking advantage. He never had to worry about I got to learn. He knew the whole fucking playbook.
But he was watching a whole lot of film.
He put in the work. Yes, of course.
But the thing is, Dak is not even a game manager.
No,
he's not.
Not at all.
He's reckless with the football.
He'd
rather throw a pick than throw the ball away. Blows my mind.
Actually, before he all of a sudden decided to want to be aggressive and stuff fucked up, he was more cautious in his early years during that time. And part of the reason why he even had something of a decent completion percentage and people want to brag about it was because, he never tried to attempt any throws down the field and still misplays. Yeah, so he'll take a short pass now and then, but you could have took the middle or could have went downfield. You actually seen it and actually made that throw count. You still be good. You would have worked out just fine. But that was, it wasn't until Kenton onwards he figured out how to at least try to attack the field a lot more. But even then, he still, act like he doesn't know where the fuck he's going with the ball half the damn time. That's part of the reason he does that stupid shit.
What's Dak back throw? Best throw. Everybody say Dak got one of the best seam passes. Anybody can throw a ball down the middle of the field to a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really that hard of a throw to make. Like
That's his best pass throw.
that's why it's his best pass because it's the easiest. Like, that and everybody ever notice he sucks at throwing screens?
No, we don't have a good screen.
Yeah, Ezekiel Elliott would attest to that.
Yeah, because he always got to jump up, spin around, and catch the ball. And Jesus, man. But Zeke and him were butt buddies, so Zeke would never say nothing about it.
No, he wasn't. They were best friends. That he wasn't going to throw him under the bus. He just sucked it up.
Stop. I don't understand what Jerry sees in the kid. He must have something on Jerry.
I mean,
why we keep him around here.
Anybody who played receiver from Little League, high school, football, college football, you know a quarterback when you see a quarterback.
Yeah.
And when you run out for a route and then you burn that person and the quarterback throw the ball, an inaccurate ball, you're like, I beat this man. You throw the ball behind me, now I got to fight for this damn ball. You get tired of that.
Mm-hmm.
CD Lamb is a perfect example. That's why CD got the attitude he have now. CD like, what the hell?
How many times have you seen a tight end catch a ball and always get hit? He gets hit right in the fucking ribs.
I saw that. I saw that this season against the Eagles with Jake Ferguson with those safeties. Damn near took his head off.
I saw Dan Witten. Yeah, that was horrible too. Fucking Witten. I can't tell you how many times Witten got his ribs sauced up. And he would look at Dak. He would look back at Dak. You could tell he was fucking pissed. He'd look at him like, "What the fuck?"
It's because Dak doesn't have finesse with his throws. He's not leading them.
He chucks it in there and hopes for the best, man.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I think he closes his eyes when he throws, man. I'm convinced of it.
Please catch it. Please catch it.
He's like, "Oh God, please."
Please, I need the stats.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, he got happy feet too, man. He does not like
Yeah,
that.
he do, man.
He got
No
happy
confidence in
feet.
his throws.
No, he don't
confidence
set
at
his
all.
feet. He's fucking awful this year. But oh God, MVP. I was like, what the fuck are you seeing? MVP.
Yeah.
What are you talking? Man,
I'd give Dak 1 or 2 more years tops, and he's out.
I hope so.
He's already declining, man.
I want him to be gone for this year.
Yeah.
I do too. But unfortunately, Jerry has to see it, and I guess Jerry takes a long time to see it.
No, I fucking think there's probably a plan. I think they're probably going to do the March for Arch this year, or whatever you want to call it, or they're going to be going after a quarterback.
Man, considering
Arch.
I'm sorry, but the whole Arch thing, I mean, I get it. The dude's a man, and you say play better than a stretch, but I'm thinking to myself, there are other fucking quarterbacks I'd probably take. Unless you can find a way to have like a Heisman year next year, there are others I could take. Like Carr, I'd probably take Raiola. Like fucking, I'd take any of them dudes on Arch right now.
I would never take the Patrick Mahomes wannabe.
Raiola,
oh my God, the dude doesn't even have his own identity. He's literally copying Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
jersey number, his hair, even wears the freaking do rag.
Yeah, he's trying to cosplay, man. They say imitation. They say imitation is a serious foreign flight, but I think bro's taking it. Yeah, he's doing too much with that whole imitation.
My question is, who said they won't take the Patrick Mahomes copy? Because guess what? Kobe Bryant was a Jordan copy.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
In a way, he was.
In a way, he was, but their games
not entirely, no, but he got influenced by him.
That's not true. I did not see a Kobe Bryant Space Jam movie. Only Michael Jordan.
And LeBron James, man.
That's him copying Michael Jordan.
In that case, what about LeBron Space Jam then? How's that working out?
Well, Michael Jordan ain't the GOAT. He's not the GOAT.
Oh shit.
Huh?
He's not the GOAT.
You said Michael Jordan not the GOAT?
No.
Who's the GOAT?
Who is the
Oh
GOAT?
Bill
my
Russell.
God! Are y'all
Bill
watching
Russell's the fucking
this
GOAT.
game right now?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Did you see that touchdown?
Bird just
Yeah, I
scored.
saw that shit.
That was
I saw it.
insane.
No. If
What,
Michael
Caleb Williams?
Jordan not the GOAT, who is the GOAT?
Yeah, to Cole Kmet.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
that was insane. That was on a 4th and 4. Game
Hey,
tied
who
up
said
now.
Michael Jordan wasn't
It
the GOAT?
is.
I said that.
Well, who was the GOAT?
My opinion, the GOAT is Bill Russell.
Because he got the championships back in the
Yes.
day when.
Yes.
Has 11 championships.
Yes. 11 championships, man.
Oh, you doing it off the rings?
Yeah, I am. But listen, Jordan,
Who changed the league?
Jordan did. I'm not saying Jordan ain't one of the greatest players that ever played the game. Was, but in my opinion, Bill Russell will be the GOAT. I have my reasons for that. It ain't just I ain't saying Jordan was trash.
Was Bill
I never
better
said
than
that.
Wilt? Was Bill Was Bill better than Wilt? Now I'm from that school. I'm from the old school. Was Bill better than Wilt?
He dropped back
Bill wasn't
30
better than
yards
Wilt.
to throw that pass.
Didn't he?
That's crazy. Sorry, guys. I'm just
Bill
watching this
wasn't better
replay.
than
That's
Wilt.
crazy.
No, I don't think.
I think he was, but
Bill
that's
was
not
better
fine.
than Wilt.
I know why you're saying that, and that's fine. You know, I agree. I'm not saying you're necessarily wrong, but that's also I can't be opinion.
I mean, I guess you could say that Jordan is a GOAT because he had the championships and the record stats.
Man,
It wasn't
Jordan
just
was
for
better because
championships.
Jordan was better because he broke
Man.
down everybody he played with. When you ask any NBA player, who do you fear? Who you ain't talk
Yeah, he's a
trash?
physical guy.
Yeah,
Nobody
Bill
flew
was
like
just
him either.
good because Bill was the
I agree
first.
that what Jordan did will never be duplicated ever. I
Right.
don't think there'll ever be a team.
Well,
that'll
it's a
do two
different era
threes.
now. I mean,
is
it's
a different
totally
era, but-
finesse right now. You don't even see dunks really anymore.
It's
It's
like-
all layups.
It's more Euro. It's Euroball.
right.
You know, it's a Euroball
It's
shit.
not
Like
a
with
jumper.
big man shooting threes.
Yeah,
You know, you got 7'2" dudes shooting fucking threes.
yeah.
Yeah, the 90s were a very physical era.
Yeah, it's
You don't see that
The
anymore.
90s was the best era, and the 90s was the best era of basketball and football.
The late 80s
Yeah,
to the late
true.
90s was the best era of NBA. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the late 80s to the late 90s. Like, and maybe creeping into the early 2000s, but it started going downhill for me then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Bill wasn't the best because Bill ain't had nothing on Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, I think that's across all leagues in any sport, honestly. I mean, the
I think
90s were
Yeah.
all these rule changes and stuff, and it's in baseball, it's in NFL, it's in
No,
Uh,
Wilt played in Bill era.
he did
Wilt
play in Bill
Chamberlain
there.
played in the same rules with Bill.
Wilt was a
Yeah.
better, way
Man, do
better
y'all
athlete
see-
than Bill
Did
Russell.
y'all see Wilt play?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that 100-point game
Yeah.
still stands. I think that 100-point game still stands. It hasn't been, what, fucking 60 years? Anybody even try that?
I mean, if you want to go off of that, then he's the GOAT, right? Because he scored the most in the game. If you want to go off of that, I guess Wilt's the GOAT then, huh? I mean, no, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just asking, like, if that's the case.
No, I'm not saying Wilt the GOAT, but he said
Yeah.
Bill was the GOAT. But
You basing Jordan
is the
being-
GOAT.
What are you basing Jordan being the GOAT off of? I'm just asking you, like, you personally, what are you basing it off of?
Jordan changed the game. Jordan was
Yeah.
nobody couldn't check Wilt either. But
Yeah.
Jordan just a total different beast.
I agree. He's for that era, like we just talked about, he was definitely
Not for the
best.
era. Jordan could have been in any era, and he would
I
have
think
been
he
the
could have.
best.
He could play in
Yeah.
this era and he'd be dominating this era right now.
Huh? In this era,
Yeah, he'd be dominating this era. I really
man,
think he
Jordan
would.
have like 70 points a game in this era.
Because it was all these big dudes that can play the way
can't
they
touch
play
him.
now.
You can't play
Yeah.
physical.
That's the thing. Jordan just eat him up at the low post. Man, you just take him to the hole. It'd be ridiculous. And they can't touch him. You know, back when he was playing Detroit, you know, and the bad boys were, you know, basically throwing bows in his face as soon as he left him
Yeah.
around. I mean, they're freaking,
And
yeah.
what did he do? He got
Bill
stronger the next
Laimbeer should just
year
bitch
to
slap
come
him.
back to compete with them.
Man, Bill Laimbeer should
He
just bitch
beat them
slap
up
him.
the next
Like,
year.
and then they'd act like, "What are you talking about? I didn't foul him." Yeah, that shit was hilarious, man. I used to love watching. I used to love watching those series. They just beat the shit out of Jordan. See,
Yeah,
here's
they
the
did.
thing, man. I wasn't a massive Jordan fan then. I wasn't a fanboy. He's a great player, great fucking player. But I wasn't a Bulls fan, and fuck Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my opinion, man. I never was a huge fan of Michael Jordan. I didn't buy his shoes. I didn't watch Space fucking Jam. I didn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't into Jordan Mania.
Now, when you talk about
was-
NBA, there's no greater than Michael Jordan and Wilt.
Sure,
Michael Jordan
I
and Wilt
mean,
is the greatest player.
6-0 in the finals, 2 3-peats. Fucking the way he would score. I mean, he held the scoring title for like 8
Defensive
straight
player.
years. Great defensive player all around. Yeah, I mean, he's the all around. He's all around phenomenal player, man. But my metric is fucking championships, man. Because why the fuck?
Well,
Let's switch it to baseball. Why doesn't anybody ever fucking acknowledge Nolan Ryan as being? Let me ask you this question then. Let me put it to a baseball real quick. Why does nobody ever fucking talk about Nolan Ryan being one of the greatest? But look at all the no hitters he threw.
I think
Because
they
he
do
never
talk
won the
about
Cy
him like that,
Young.
though.
But see, he never won the
Talk
Cy
about
Young.
Nolan Ryan like that, don't they? I think
They do what?
throughout the years they give him his piece.
I mean, a little bit, but a lot of people fucking say, he wasn't one of the greatest, but look at all the fucking no hitters he threw. I mean, that'll never be duplicated. Not in one career. I mean, that's crazy. But anyway, I'm just saying, for example, like, people think there's fucking a lot of great players in different eras, man. I'm not saying that the eras matter. Like, I will say this much, though. LeBron James, I never bought into the whole LeBron James being the fucking GOAT thing. I don't know where people get that shit from. That he's better than Jordan. I mean,
the argument you can say, well, I'm not saying for either or, but I think the argument for people can say for James, because think about after like fucking Jordan retired around like what, 2003, and all the hype surrounding James since high school. And think of all the people from went to high school, like Kobe went to high school, he made it. Garnett went and made it. But then not a lot of people had as much hype. Not even they had as much hype as James did.
Yeah,
and
Jordan didn't go to a bunch of super teams. He didn't jump around to super teams trying to win a ring.
Now,
I will say that he led that Cleveland team to the finals and won. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He was the leader of that team, and he put that team on his back. He did.
But here's the thing, though. He stayed 7 years in Cleveland when he got them became the youngest person by that point in time in 2007 when they lost to Tim Duncan and the Prime Spurs.
Yeah.
That Detroit game, he pretty much fucking made history in overtime that game. Nobody else can take that 2006-07 cast team. Nobody can take him that far in the finals either. But he did that just 22. So he got the competitor in Cleveland. But the argument is going to be, well, they didn't do like imagine they somehow even got like look at this the Cleveland Cavaliers team now. They got like all of a sudden they're competitive with Donovan Mitchell from Utah, and you got Mobley and all them dudes. Put them dudes back when when LeBron James was still very clear. You think he would have left to Miami? I think he would. I don't think he would have if he had anybody that good.
I don't care what you say. He never was the defender that Michael Jordan was, and that still sets Michael apart from him. He's a dual facet player. He's a scorer and a defender.
Across the court.
I say he James was good as that. Maybe not Jordan-esque, but I wouldn't say he was bad either. No, I wouldn't say he was Jordan. I wouldn't say he sucked either.
He had that killer instinct that Jordan.
Yeah, this is the James Harden we're talking about here. We're not doing
I'm not saying LeBron James is trash. I'm saying he's not Jordan, and I don't think that they should be compared.
No,
I don't even go so far as to say he ain't Kobe either.
No. Well, no, because they're two. You can say they're two different types of players that play a completely different way. You can say LeBron's more like what, an upgraded version of Magic Johnson.
Kobe did it on one team, man. Kobe did it on one team.
But
he also had Bron Shaq during that time too. Nobody else can claim that claim.
I still think.
I mean, he did his part, but the argument is, but Shaq did his thing too. And he had Bron Shaq during that time too. Not saying he didn't do his part, but it'd be different if he didn't have Shaq at his best during that time. Maybe you can say that, but
Magic he had MVPs playing with him, but I still think the difference it is with Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron is LeBron don't have that killer instinct that Kobe.
No, he wasn't Mamba-esque. He wasn't like the Mamba.
The selfishness, but not to be negative, but the selfishness to say this shit is on me and I'm gonna take the game winning shot no matter. I don't give a damn. Kobe was like that too, but LeBron, he'll pass that bitch. He won't take that killer shot. He won't go against that top number one defender who gonna stand on two. Just like in that All-Star game when Kobe slammed the floor on him, was like, let's go. He passed the ball.
My favorite footage of
Come on,
Cody
man,
was
that
when that
work.
dude, he was standing there getting ready to guard that dude, taking the ball out. The guy tried to throw a ball in his face. And he just stood there staring at him like, fuck you, I ain't gonna flinch. You know what I mean? Like Kobe had that dog in him, you know what I mean? Kobe, you know what I mean? He works harder than everybody. That's why
I mean,
I
that's
have mad
true.
respect for Kobe. Kobe ain't Jordan. I ain't comparing him to Michael Jordan or anything, but he's one of the greats. You
I mean,
can't
that's
say
true.
he's not. He's
I'm not
top
saying he
10 all
ain't.
time for sure. All top 10 all time for sure. You know,
Yeah,
whatever order you want to put players in, that's fine.
I agree. I
Yeah.
understand that, and I can agree with
Yeah.
that. Funny enough, by that logic, how'd you feel about Tim Duncan then? Considering that, how'd you feel about
Man.
Tim Duncan? He's never been. Granted, we're talking about two different positions,
Now you
but
talking about somebody who don't get respect, like you said, Nolan
Tim
Ryan.
Duncan. Tim
Tim
Duncan.
Duncan doesn't get the
Yeah.
respect.
Tim Duncan didn't give him a lot of respect. I think he
Nah,
deserves way
man.
more respect. But
Why?
here's my bias. I'm a Spurs fan. So, you know,
fair
diehard
enough.
Spurs fan. Yeah. So I mean, I forced Tim Duncan to
Man,
me
you
as one of
ain't
the
even
greatest
gotta be
fans.
biased, man. That's just I'm a Pacers fan. You just
That's an
say
eyeball test, man. I mean, look what he did. Look at his
right.
career.
That's nothing
You know,
about
he
that.
he was a
Unbiased.
leader. That dude was a leader. And he stayed with the Spurs his entire fucking career.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He wanted to retire.
Also, you got you got Manu, Parker, and you also got Popovich, who knew what he was
He had a
doing,
team around him. He had a team around him.
and you got Popovich who knew what he was doing. That's it.
Yeah. Well, Pop, yeah, Coach Pop, man. Coach Pop, one of the best coaches
Yeah.
ever.
That's facts.
That's another guy that don't get a lot of respect. Is Popovich.
That's that.
You know, he gets
I'm
overlooked.
shocked because he won like what? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm shocked because you look how he. I think he helped play a role in from 2008 onwards to help get the U.S. men's basketball team to win after they fucked up everything in 2004. He helped that basketball team start winning that and start winning that streak.
Better than their coaching style after Popovich.
Yeah, I know.
The demands that he put on players. I think a lot of coaches took that from him. I mean, shit.
He was a taskmaster, man.
Yeah.
That dude was he was hard. Tim Duncan will tell you that. You know, you talk about Coach Pop. You know, Coach Pop was a no nonsense dude. I mean, you know, but he was also fair. You know what I mean? But he was a lot like Phil. You know, real zen. He wouldn't see him get real emotional, but you know, he would get pissed. And he'd go in the locker and he'd fucking go off on the fucking team, and then they come back out and they get their shit straight. You know what I mean? It's like Phil. I mean, Coach Pop to me is one of the greatest coaches ever. He's up there with Phil Jackson.
I'm about to get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping through.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. It's great speaking with y'all.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
get
man.
up
See
out
you
of
all
here.
later.
Hey, everybody in the chat that showed up, y'all have a good one. I appreciate you.